Live from the southernmost peak of the northernmost mountain in the foothills of the Himalayas, this is the JD CAROTHERS Show, where health, it's chronically low, but there doesn't ever seem to be enough AP. Ladies and gentlemen, the death claws, they're always restless, and the lobotomites are swarming. Ah! I'm your host, JD CAROTHERS, with my sidekick, Davin Bustard. And today we've got a great show for you. Davin Bustard and I are going to give you what for. Now, I've been meaning to show you guys about a dozen YouTube videos while I was out. But first, I think I'm going to give you a little story time. About my experience. So, I think it was yesterday. Might have been 2 days ago. It got real warm where I live. It got hot. It's hot. Too hot. It's May. Why is it so hot? And so what I did is I set up a slip and slide. I'd gotten it at Kohl's or JCPenney or something for a pretty deep discount, like $8 or something, which I feel like they're normally like 50. So it's pretty stoked. But upon setting it up, I realized why it was $8. It was built. It was built not very well, and it wasn't very big, so it wasn't exactly the size for an adult, But I would never let something like that stop me. So you better believe that I slid down that slip and slide as many times as it would take me. And there was a limit to that because at some point you break the slip and slide. It's what it is. Busted the dang thing open. That was all she wrote. That being said, I had a grip of fun. I'd do it again. Because I love riding the slip and slide, ladies and germs. I love riding the slip and slide. You better believe that. Now, me and Davin Bustard, of course, we ride the slip and slide together sometimes, holding hands and whatnot. There's a lot of fun to be had there. Now, let me go ahead and take a look at the some of the YouTube videos that I was thinking of doing. I got them saved in this gosh dang playlist to see what we want to do. You know what I mean? And let's see. No, what is this trash? Okay, hold on. Yep. All right. Yeah, here we go. We got a 7-minute Louis Rossman video. I think I can manage 7 minutes. Yeah. So let's do EA shows why piracy is completely justified. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate EA. I don't like theft. But the way video game developers are going right now, the way they're doing their thing, it's starting to seem like piracy is less theft and it's more taking ownership of what you've already paid for, right? And does that make sense? So let me go ahead and launch this bad boy. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. And give me 1 second. Yeah, EA Sports. It's in the game. Freaking garbage. James, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, the thing with EA, well, they're not the only company that does this kind of thing, but like the
Hey, Lenny,
Nintendo.
how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely.
Hold on. The Nintendo Switch, switching things up the way they did. Switching things up. The Switch 2 being a $60 game that comes with licenses instead of like license keys uh instead of actual video games. Like you don't get a physical copy. The key can be revoked at any time. Like that's BS. And I think that Nintendo is also one of the most litigious video game industry or like video game companies. They will sue you if you make an emulator of their game, but also they don't support the game. So once it's deprecated, it's gone. Super Mario Odyssey, right, is gone forever. Super Mario 64, gone forever. You can't make an emulator, they will sue you. It doesn't matter if you make it for your friends or for free, they will sue you. And it's just like, I don't know. I think it sucks. I think it's really lame that they do that. Which is, I think, why Stop Killing Games is. Yeah, all right. Here you go. Let's put me right there. Right there. Here we go, ladies and germs. Hope you guys like Louis Rossman. If you never heard of Louis Rossman, go subscribe to him. He's pretty cool. He's been working on right to own stuff for a long time. He fought John Deere back in was it 2022 or something like that, for like right to repair stuff. So he's he puts his money where his mouth is.
Day. Welcome to today's episode of How You Getting Fucked. I'm your host, Louis Rossman. Today, I would like to read an email about a video game called Dead Space 2. This game has an article now on the Consumer Rights Wiki for anybody who wants to read and find all the citations for what we're talking about here. And if you want to make the article better because there's information that I've left out, please do so. You don't even have to log in to make it happen. So I'm going to read an email from a viewer, and then we'll go over this from there. Hi, I've been a huge fan of the work you've been doing to protect consumers. I'm a continuous viewer from the beginning and live in Germany. I'm sorry in advance if any of the mistakes may sneak into my writing or it including imprecise phrasing. My reason for contact is a simple support request I've made to Electronic Arts to be able to play a game which I purchased legally from the official Steam store and which was stolen from me. It's still being sold and distributed actively, allowing other customers to potentially fall victim to this as well. I understand this is not something that you cover normally, but I hoped it may be something that could interest you. It actually is something that I cover quite normally, and that's what the Consumer Rights Wiki is for. The entire concept that a company can take away something from you after the sale is the core of what I cover, the core of what I go over regularly, and the core of what I fought back against on this channel for many years.
And so let's talk about this for a second. Right to own, right? So this is the idea that, or rather, the concept with right to own is that you have a right to own what you purchase. And it doesn't necessarily need to apply to a subscription, right? If you subscribe to something and then you stop subscribing, think of like Amazon Prime, right? You're not entitled to free 2-day shipping if you stop paying your Amazon Prime bill. Everybody understands that a subscription is a subscription. However, if you buy something on Amazon and it is a product of some kind, let's say it's a charging cord, Amazon does not get to take it away from you because you stop paying your Amazon bill, right? And now the argument is digital, I guess, paraphernalia, I don't know. Digital assets like video games do not belong to anyone because of intellectual property law. And this is where Louis Rossman really gets it. Oh, he like talks a lot about the DMCA, and I think it's Section 12 of the DMCA, which is the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which is the way like you can copyright strike people on YouTube is using the DMCA. Ethan Klein is suing all the Hassan orbiters using the DMCA, and it's kind of interesting. You kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of on both sides of the DMCA because on the one hand, I think that Denim's doing a chair react to Ethan Klein. for the sole purpose of taking views away from him. That seems like theft to me, and I think that he has, pretty good reason to sue her. At the same time, the idea that your intellectual property can be revoked from someone else's usage after they paid you for it and you don't have to refund them. Like let's say you buy, like for me, I bought Sea of Thieves, right? And it's not exactly the game I was hoping it was, but it doesn't matter. I bought Sea of Thieves. I'm going to play Sea of Thieves. It cost me $20. It's not life-ending money, but it's $20. It's $20 I can't spend on McDonald's. It's $20 I can't spend on anything else. If whoever the game developer is for Sea of Thieves decided, I think it's like Rare, decided that I was playing the game incorrectly in a way, and they decided to ban me from their servers, and there was no offline way I could play the game, I think I'm entitled to some level of just compensation unless I broke the law, right? That doesn't have to be a full refund, but I think it should be something like $10, $15. Let's say the game on average takes someone 100 hours to play, and I've only played 10 hours of it. Well, I've only played $2 worth of my $20 game, and you took it away from me. So whether or not I cheated or violated the terms of service, there has to be some consideration there that, and like, I get that it's a little bit difficult with digital products because, like, if you sell, I don't want to get too much into it, but if you sell cucumbers at a grocery store, people might use cucumbers for things you wouldn't want them to use them for. I mean, they're for eating. People might use them for other things, right? And you can tell someone, I'm not going to sell you cucumbers anymore, but I don't think you can tell someone they have to return their cucumber. Well, you wouldn't want them to return the cucumbers. But like if you did require them to return the cucumbers, you'd have to, refund them, I think. And so that's my perspective on it, is like if this was a real asset, then it would be a whole thing. James, you've watched this guy before? Good, good. He's got this very very familiar like feel to his videos and stuff. I don't know that I've watched him very much in the past, but I've been watching him a lot lately. I remember first noticing how weird EA is once I started Assassin's Creed Origins. Kind of weird the number of things you can buy. Like you can buy wood and leather, something that literally takes 2 seconds to get in game, just trying to leech as much as they can. Yeah, we can trace this gosh dang thing all the way back to the I don't want to get too angry about it, but we can trace it back to those scumbags at Microsoft that decided to sell a horse skin. But I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm just going to leave it. We'll talk more in a second. But yeah, EA just like selling everything, making you sign into a billion things, sign 150 terms of service, EULA agreements that basically say if you look at the camel wrong in the game, if you commit a microaggression, we can pull your your ability to play the game you already paid for, and you paid $80 for it or 90. I mean, at this point, games are like $90. And they're like, oh, yeah, no, we're taking that away from you because you played it wrong.
Essentially, Dead Space 2, an offline single-player game, requires a product key on startup to work.
Whoa. Did you guys hear that?
Essentially, Dead Space 2, an offline single-player game.
We've talked a little bit about subscriptions, right? Think of World of Warcraft. Everybody can kind of understand that World of Warcraft requires you to pay for it over and over and over again. There are live service games that require you to pay for them over and over again. There are also live service games like The Crew 2, which is the big one that started this whole thing, that do not require you to pay for them over and over again. They require a one-time payment. Now, that is not a successful business model, but the whole Stop Killing Games initiative is trying to make it so that game companies that release live service games that are not subscription-based, they allow fan-made games if they take support away, if that makes sense. So Stop Killing Games, one of the things with The Crew is like The Crew 2 went down. They took down all the servers and people started uploading the game themselves, not getting paid or anything, just a fan product that was free. And they were like, here, you can play The Crew 2 here if you love the game so much. And I think it was EA was like, oh yeah, we can't have that. They sued them. And like they gave him a cease and desist. And it's like, why? you're not losing money by someone making a fan version of your game that you do not support anymore, that no one can buy because no one can play. And it's like people paid for the game with the understanding that they were going to get to play the game. And like for some people, they bought it days or weeks before it was gone. And so they played it for a day or a week, you know? But this is even worse because Dead Space 2 is an offline single player game. Imagine if Skyrim, if Bethesda dared to free, someone would kill Todd Howard in Minecraft. If Skyrim was a game that you would download it, you would sign the EULAs, and then a week later they'd be like, you're not allowed to play anymore because of reason. I mean, that's ridiculous, man.
Requires a product key on startup to work. This product key has an activation limit bound to your machine. A simple hardware change or TPM shenanigans can trigger a new activation, locking you out of the game. Support claims that all tools to reactivate it have been discontinued and that support ended on December 2023. Yet the game is still listed for €20 on Steam and actively distributed. Electronic Arts claims that it's not supported, and customers losing access to it can kick sand. I'm happy to provide proof and further explanation or screenshots if wanted. And one of the things that I find interesting is that they still have the game up for sale. Now, you'll hear many people that defend companies turning things off or turning off activation servers for software they're no longer selling.
Totally agree that it's reasonable for them to, end support for something at some point, right? It's a single player offline game. If they don't want to support it anymore, they have every right to do that. You can't sell it though. For the love of God, you can't sell it. You can't sell a game you are not going to provide. Make it free. Make it free. And if people want to play it and it's busted, who cares? It's free. But gosh dang it, if you're going to charge people $20, again, it's $20. It's not the end of the world, but that's a lot of burgers. That's like 5 Big Macs or 3 Big Macs. Okay? That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's a whole day's food. Is Dead Space good? I've never played it. When I was in school, someone did a by the way, James, if you want to do a call-in, I don't know if you can, but be happy to have you on the show. It's been a while, I know, but let me know. The only exposure I have to Dead Space 2 or Dead Space at all is when I was in school, someone did a heart rate tracking science fair project for video games, and they had someone with like a pulse ox play, Call of Duty, Halo 2 or Halo 3, and Dead Space, and I think one other game. I think maybe it was like XCOM, I think that's a Capcom game. But anyway, it looked pretty cool, and I was like, oh man, Dead Space looks scary, because the heart rate was like spiking like crazy, because Dead Space I think is a little bit of a horror game. But anyway, yeah, I might have to play Dead Space. I've never played it. I just remember like Game Informer, when I was subscribed to Game Informer, because I was a kid, and for my birthday, my parents took me to GameStop, and they were like, we'll get you the video game you want, and they got me, like Assassin's Creed, and I think it was Assassin's Creed, 2, and so I got Assassin's Creed 2, I wasn't old enough to buy it, so they had to be there, and, they were like, the guy's like, do you want to sign up for GameStop Pro? You get a free membership or a free subscription to Game Informer. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we did that, and we got, whatever, 10% off the game. And I would read Game Informer, and I'd get like the maps out of it and put them up on my wall. I used to have the Skyrim map that came with Skyrim on my wall, and I had the map of I don't know if it was a map. I had like a Halo 3 graphic on my wall. I was big into video games when I was a kid. I don't play video games as much anymore. Just because I'm a grown up and I have, adult responsibilities. I have a job now. Which I didn't have a job before. Like if you go back a month, I wasn't working. But now I am. I am no longer theoretically unemployed. Well, I'm self-employed, but I'm not going to get too much into it. So if I tell you what industry I'm in and then the internet doesn't like my take, they're going to go looking for my industry and my voice and they're going to be like, we got to find this guy. I don't want that. I don't need to get canceled.
By saying, what are you using that old version for anyway? They don't even sell it anymore. And this will happen with software like Reason, where they'll turn off the activation server for a lifetime license, and then you're no longer able to activate that thing if you install it on a different machine. And the defense that these Sims will make in this regard is that, look, they're not even making money off of it anymore. They don't sell it anymore, so how can you expect them to support it? But here, I looked this up, and it's not just still for sale in Germany. When I go to the Steam store here, this game shows up as available for $19.99. So you still have the ability to take my credit card information and take money for the game, but you don't have the ability to continue to support me being able to activate the game. Like, it's one or the other, man. You can't just pull this shit out of your ass and make up the rules as you go. This is one of the reasons that I think piracy is growing, and above all, it's returning as a moral and ethical way to get back access to what you bought and paid for. Because when you read the terms of service of this, while they're selling this fucking game for $20, they did not edit it to say that you can no longer activate or deactivate it. They actually still have the online disclaimer that they had when they were still supporting the game. Users can manage which computers are authorized or deauthorized to play game. Visit activate.ea.com/deauthorize for more information on deauthorization. That's the exact same message that said that you can activate or deactivate certain computers that was present when the game was supported. And now, it's not supported. It doesn't say that it's no longer supported in this fucking game description. I wouldn't have a problem with this if they said, we're not making money off of this anymore, or almost nobody's buying this, or it's an old game. So because it's an old game, and because we've chosen to get rid of the deactivation server, click this link to download a patch that will remove all DRM from the game. If they did that, we would have no problems. Because if you're going to make the argument that this is not something that they have the ability to make money off of anymore, then you could also make the argument that there's no reason to have restrictive DRM inside the game. They want to have their cake and eat it too. And this is why piracy is growing in popularity, because people are starting to realize that they actually do have to resort to the high seas to simply get back access to what they bought and paid for. Like, forget about end user license agreement, this, that, or the other. It says right over there in the description, here's how you authorize or deauthorize different computers. And then when you buy it, you realize that you're not actually able to do that anymore. And they never told you. They only tell you that if you contact them. That's bullshit. And that should not be legal. One of the things that we fight for at Fulu is the ability to break digital locks to get back access to what you bought and paid for. Section 12.1 of the DMCA says that it is a federal crime that is punishable by up to 3 to 5 years in federal prison if you break a digital lock in order to get back access to a protected work. And what they're talking about there is piracy. But what was not thought of when this law was released in 1997, 1998, is that in the year 2026, you would have to commit acts of piracy simply to be able to get back access to what you bought and paid for according to the terms that were set forth on the fucking description of the product that you were purchasing. I think something you're going to see are a lot of people that have these $100 or $200 a month plans from these AI companies decide to use them to break these digital locks and then share the solutions with all of you. And there's a lot of crap that I hate about modern AI and the modern AI bubble. But one of the things that I really like, there is a silver lining in this entire process, which is that somebody with a $100 a month plan can break all sorts of digital locks to give back millions of people access to what they bought and paid for in a cool way. And I am hoping that as time goes on, as there are more of these instances logged, that we can demonstrate just how ridiculous it is that there are laws in the books that say breaking a digital lock to get back access to what you bought and paid for is illegal. I can't think of better examples than this. And I hope that all of you, when you find these, the one thing I want to correct this gentleman on is this is not something that I don't cover. We have an entire website dedicated to going over every single time a company does this. We want to log all of them, and we want the logging to be good. This could be made much better. We can have pictures of back and forth people have had with customer service and exactly what customer service said. I want to make this as good as possible so that when we are speaking to people in consumer protection or in government and we're fighting with these lobbyists from the gaming industry or the movie and television industry or the software industry who are saying that we're just all pirates, no, that's bullshit. Here are 10,000 pages of cases where you have taken away people's access to what they bought and paid for, and they had to break the law to get it back. They shouldn't be breaking the law. Here's all the citations. I want to be able to place 10,000 pages on a senator's desk in response to something that the opposition lobbyist says. Here's why they're wrong. Clunk. Thank you for being a part of the community, and thank you for contributing to ConsumerRights.wiki. Please try to make this article as good as possible if you're tired of games like this being taken away from you. Make it easy to read. Put some pictures in there. Screenshots. Make it nicer. I'm one guy. But again, doing my best. I could use the help of all of you. Thank you very much. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.
What a fantastic video from Louis Rossman. If you're not subscribed to him, I highly recommend it. He's got, he's always doing that kind of thing. It's videos where he talks about, specifically, he's really big on the DMCA, Section 12, and how it is being abused and just improperly applied. Just that it's kind of not applicable anymore. So yeah, like he said, 1997 they came out with the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which had this concept of in the breaking a digital lock to gain access to something is a crime punishable by several years in prison. But okay, oh, here we go. I'm on summer hours. We come in early in the summer and leave early on Friday. Still getting ready. Call in tomorrow. Hey, James, whenever you want. I'm trying, like I said, or I don't know if I said this already. I'm trying to get back into the swing, get back into streaming every morning at 5. It's easier than I expected. It's definitely easier than when I started waking up at 4:30. But it's still a little bit hit or miss whether I'm going to be awake on time or not. So I'm just trying to, I don't want to say I'll definitely be on tomorrow, but I'm going to try, I'm going to set my alarms and hopefully I wake up and I can get on. Dead Space is sick though. Very spooky. Would love to see you play. I will have to play it then. We've got a couple games that are getting requested. Dark Souls Remastered, I think, is the game we got to play next. But James, I don't know if you caught it. I'm playing Old World Blues right now. So, very interesting, very strange. Not crazy about the freaking moron brains in a bottle. They are the dumbest. They've got to be the dumbest people on the planet. But leave it to, I think that Bethesda's just saying what they think about scientists. I do want to define a couple terms from that video yesterday, a couple minutes ago. First of all, DRM. DRM stands for Digital Rights Management. It refers to technologies, policies, and access controls used by hardware manufacturers, publishers, and copyright holders to restrict and manage how users can view, copy, share, or modify copyrighted digital content, such as music, ebooks, and video games. So DRM would be like the license limitation, where you can only use the license however many times. And he mentioned that TPM, funniness can cause that problem, so we'll talk about TPM. TPM stands for Trusted Platform Module. It's a hardware-based security chip that securely generates encryption keys, stores passwords, and verifies system integrity. It is, I guess, a little bit of a joke. If you have a new computer and you want to turn that really nice computer into a brick, turn on TPM. Because it increases security by 100%, it decreases usability by 100%. It makes the computer unusable. I have locked out and busted several computers using TPM because it's easy to enable, near impossible to disable, and gosh dang, I like to fiddle with computers, and I managed to get my hands on several used computers for free. And I put Linux on them and stuff, or is it Linux? Which was fun. Taking old busted low quality laptops and just putting Ubuntu, or in my case it was more I think I did a little bit of Mint, which I don't really like Mint very much. I like Ubuntu. I like the way it looks. But I did Mint. I did Ubuntu Server. I also put I think I put Alpine. I tried to put Arch on a computer, but it's just I can't handle Arch. I'm not good enough yet. I'm no PewDiePie. I love how PewDiePie is just like an idiot savant with everything. He's all so I really don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to learn Linux, and he learns it on Arch, the hardest distribution to learn Linux on, and just has one of the most amazing setups with Arch. And he's like, I liked it because it's customizable. Everyone else is like, you what? That's why we hate Arch, because you have to build everything. But yeah, so there's EA's argument for piracy. They make a really good case for it. I'm not saying you should pirate video games, but it is interesting that they have the nerve to leave DRM in a game, or not allow people to bypass the DRM after the game is not, supported. That's a little bit ridiculous. Now, I'm waiting for my computer to get a little bit cooler because it's really hot. I don't know why. Probably because I have Excel open. I'm just save my Excel. This is my file, save as. I hate the OneDrive is the default savings location. Okay. Earnings. There we go. Okay, boom. And this one, boom. I want to view the files later. That should help a little bit with the heat. It's real hot. I don't know why. Okay. It's Steam time, and we are going to play some Fallout New Vegas. Don't you guys worry. Don't you worry even a little bit, okay? What Dark Souls? Dark Souls 1 Remastered. I've never played it. I've played Dark Souls 3, but I've never played Dark Souls 1. And I've heard that it's really good, and Remastered is incredible, and so the only problem is it used to be, and if it still was, I would go get my wallet and buy it right now, but it was $20 during their they had a big Renaissance sale. But now it's back up to 40, and I don't really want to pay $40 for it right now. I don't know if I can justify that. Maybe in a week or two, but not right now. Oh, gosh dang. Incredible. I'm very excited. But yeah, we gotta check. It's been in my cart for so long. With the summer sale's probably right around the corner, right? Yes, I think 1 is probably harder than 3. My understanding is, as time has gone on, whether they want to or not, From Software has softened their games a little bit. Whether that was the intention or not, just because, by nature of, I guess, it's not even that they're listening to the audience. It's just a subconscious thing. When the audience is like, this game's too hard, anyone in the audience says, oh, this game's too hard, you get people who just go, oh, well, in that case, people in the design category that are like, well, we're just gonna do this thing, and there's no point in this extra difficulty. Meanwhile, the people want the difficulty. That's what they're there for, but yeah, I think so. I guess the reason that I believe that it's it's something that happens is because From Software hasn't changed their philosophy about games, but Elden Ring is notoriously way easier than Dark Souls. And maybe it's because people are adults now that played Dark Souls as kids, but yeah, I mean, it's the nature of the game. That's why you have to gatekeep your hobbies and your fandoms. Gatekeep. Someone shows up, tell them that they are scum. Tell them you hate them. Tell them to get out. Tell them they don't belong in your group. Tell them that they have no place in your fandom. If someone has a differing opinion than you, call them every slur you can think of, because it's the only way. It's the only way to protect what you love. When someone says, I side with the Legion on Fallout New Vegas, I come up with new things to call people, because I hate them, and I want them. I hate them, not just the men, but the women and the children too. They don't belong in my Fallout New Vegas fandom that I've been a part of for all of 2 years since I started playing Fallout New Vegas. Let me get the gameplay up for you guys. Sorry, give me one sec. No, not GeoGuessr. We're going to play Fallout New Vegas. Yay! Perfect. And then I got to make sure that I can read my chats. There we go. I feel like the game crashes less now. I'm over encumbered and I'm getting irradiated. I love Old World Blues. Okay. Drop me right into the action. The exciting part of the game where I do inventory management. Drink a little beer, take a little buff out. And ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by Vitajex. Vitajex puts it in your eye. Vitajex makes you feel young and spry. Vitajex will give you the strength of 10 men, make you feel like a young man again. Whenever you are considering the effects of Vitajex, just remember, any side effects you think you may be experiencing are all in your head. They're probably from something else. Remember to never, ever, 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 ever drink any kind of fluid within 24 hours of consuming Vitajex, as it can cause spontaneous combustion. Although, if you do spontaneously combust after taking Vitajex and drinking a liquid within 24 hours of consumption, just keep in mind that it's not the Vitajex, it's limitations with your body. It has nothing to do with Vitajex's. Okay, I'm really. So, the enemies are difficult, oddly enough. The lobotomites, they don't die very easily, but I don't want to. Oh, there we go. Bottle cap. Bottle cap. Tin cans. I should probably take the tin cans because I can use them to make bullets now. All right. I guess they say Elden Ring is easier than Souls because you can just level up by killing easy enemies. But I don't know. I've never played the Souls game. I thought Elden Ring was really hard, though. Guess I'm just a noob. Yeah, you got to get good, dude. You got to get good. There's a reason people say get good when you show up in the forums and you're like, how do I beat this enemy? And they're like, get good. It's because they're gatekeeping. Because that's the only way to protect a fandom. Because when people go to the forum and they get the easy answer and then they do it and then they write a freaking blog post a while back about why I effing hate video games because they like appeal to the male fantasy. You get these. Nice, got him. Look at this. I mean, what are they, like leveled up on guns? This should not be happening. All right, that's it. That's it. We're going bare hands. Okay, bare hands was not the right choice. Good Lord. Okay. This ain't going well. We'll figure it out, though. We'll figure it out. I need a gun that works. Slugs. Give me the 20 gauge pulse slugs. That'd be good, right? Oh, 20 gauge number 3 buck. Why is he so good at... There we go. We got him. We got him on the nog. But where is my health? Why are these lobotomites so difficult to kill? Ooh, Saturn Fist. I did get the dog brain, and nice that guy had a Saturnite fist. That's pretty cool. But now I'm over encumbered again. Ah, frick! Okay, let's get rid of whatever junk we don't need. Coffee cups. Coffee cups? Come on. This is where I was killing all of them. I am hopelessly lost. I have no health. And every time I fight a freaking lobotomite, I almost die. So, yeah, I'm not in good shape. I'm not doing well. I'm pretty... It was kind of stressing me out. And I don't know what to do here. Like, I tried. I don't know. I need to go down. But it won't let me. And they accidentally gave the Cyberdog gun to this guy because they're freaking retards here. Sorry. I can't say that. That's going to get me banned off Twitch. They're not very bright. Oh, that reminds me. Let me... Oh, you piece of garbage. It'd be nice if I could, like, tame the dogs instead of blasting them, but whatever, man. Ugh! Also, it would be nice if I had a gun that had some range on it.
Please avoid Boomtown for the foreseeable future until weapon testing is resolved.
What? Regarded. Oh. I was going to melee out... Oh, okay, here we go. I was gonna melee a lot here. Yeah, I tried to melee. I had the stuff. I killed a freaking Deathclaw with my bare hands. But no, can't be effective against the lobotomites, of course. Absolutely regarded. Now I'm going to change the stream to Fallout New Vegas. Give me 1 sec. Fallout New Vegas, baby. New Vegas, baby. Mean Green Machine, what are you doing with that robot? Halo 3, baby. Into the think tank I go, where I might just consider assaulting these freaking robo-brains, because they are dumb. I think I got one. Is that the Saturnite Power Fist? Peep it, peep it, peep it. Increased attack speed. Oh, I can't use my weapons in here. I forgot. Because he's freaking regarded. These regards. Regards.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated. Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
This is like a Neil deGrasse Tyson podcast. Is what that's what it feels like being in the think tank. It feels like I'm watching an entire episode of Neil deGrasse Tyson talking to that other guy. No offense to Neil deGrasse Tyson, just there are torture chambers in Guantanamo Bay where they wouldn't even think of making you watch an entire episode of Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast. Those will buy them. Yeah, that thing's sick. You can upgrade. Oh, I'll have to upgrade it. All right, so who's Dr. Mobius?
Was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment.
The embarrassment from who? No one's here.
Sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
Chat. What are the odds I side with Dr. Mobius on this one? 'Cause I'm starting to think I'm going to side with Dr. Mobius. There's a really good chance he's going to be like, yeah, I mean, I just think that you should kill people that are evil. I'd be like, oh, shoot, this guy's right. You know? These mechanical robo-scorpions consume intelligence. Are you certain of your findings?
Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings. It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub. We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight. Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. He also broke one of my trains.
He has trains?
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology.
Oh, man. Oh.
Surprised you have not heard of me.
It's like talking to a 5-year-old.
Field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
I can't handle this, man. I can't handle this. They are so...
Goodbye.
I have been to the sink. I'll go back there. I hate everybody in here. These freaking creatures.
Might I be of service, sir? In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide sir with direct access to the commissary.
Yeah,
Any
okay.
goods sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, where tiny robots are delivered them forthwith to this very domicile.
I'd like to buy some things, yeah. Oh, dude. I can pay in caps for this stuff? Please have aid. Please have aid. Oh, my goodness. That's what I'm talking about right there. Alright. And I'm going to go do some inventory management. I don't know why anyone would ever, like, be crafting stuff. I have so much money. But I did dead money first, you know. So that might be why I have so much money. Ooh, reloading bench. Let's do it. One round of 12-7. Awesome. Magnum buckshot or slugs? I'm going to go with magnum buckshot because I feel like slugs aren't really doing the job. Coin shot would be nice, but I don't have any denarius. Coin shot's freaking crazy, man. Crazy, man. Makes think, man. Makes think. I need the personality files for these things. The power fist slaps. I'll have to try it. I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. But let me repair my gosh dang weapons. Okay. Alright, chat. I'm gonna go put some stuff away and take a nap. Oh, it's a jukebox. I thought that was a vending machine. Okay. So, I need to get rid of some weapons. I will never need the 357 Magnum if I have the 44. 45 auto pistol versus a 45 auto machine gun. Same here. I have the survivalist rifle. I'm going to use that instead. I don't need a 9mm machine gun if I have a 10mm and a 45. Cattle prod. I'm going to keep that. I feel like I can maybe use this against the lobotomites. Grenade launcher. Oh, dude, why am I not using that? Lever action shotgun. It's the only 20 gauge I have. Salt upon wounds power fist comes with an extra 30 DPS over 10 seconds. I'm going to leave the scientist's glove and she's embrace. Where's the dang Saturnite fist? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright. That should be good. And I'm going to sleep for 24 hours like a crackhead. Heck yeah. Crackhead sleep. Ladies and germs. Okay. I'm going to take the empty syringe because I think I can make something with it. Okay, I'm sitting way too close to that laptop. All right. Oh, I need my medicine to be higher, huh? For my science, yeah. Lame. Yeah, I need you to repair... No, wait,
Might I be of service? Very good, sir.
I need my gosh dang riot shotgun repair. Lever action. Let's just repair everything. Why not, man? And it's going to cost me 290,000. I don't know. I think it cost me like 80,000 caps. Whatever though. I do want to see if he has any ammo I need. Gosh dang it.
Might I be of service?
12-7, boom. Okay, we're gonna do okay. I don't need 9mm though. I need like 10 and 45. couple plus P rounds. 4570 government. I don't think I have anything 50 millimeter, or 50 caliber, but that's fine. Okay. I feel like I am now prepared to go and take on the wide world. Look at that. 182 DPS, 20 damage. 27, 304 DPS. That's crazy, dude. The automatic rifle, I only have 7 rounds for it, but holy cow. I think, am I missing something? Why does the 45 auto machine gun do so much freaking damage? No, I don't want to be in Big Mountain. Hold on. I need to go out. It must be like a big mountain thing or something.
Please avoid Boomtown for the foreseeable future until
Big monies. James, how you doing? Thanks for joining on YouTube, by the way. You got a shotgun. I'm about to have a shotgun. Like, look at that. 300 DPS, dude. Oh, it was a 4570. I'll take it. Should I go for it with the Saturnite? I'm going to go for it. Where's he going? Crit for the head. Crit for the head. Boom. There we go. You are correct. That is effective. They've got some interesting weapons. 347 DPS. Okay, this is going to be fun. Where is he? Where is he? Nice. We just needed to repair our weapons. That was all. That was all, ladies and germs. That was all. We're doing much better now. Okay, 4570 government. Brush gun. Earnings clipboard. Proton axe. That sounds pretty sick. The Night Stalkers. I don't love the Night Stalkers. Gosh dang it. And now I'm going to die. Now I'm going to die. Because they are doing so much freaking damage to me. Oh my gosh, man. And I'm in my power armor, dude. Full condition, too. Look at that. Full condition. Just doesn't do anything. Awesome. Where are they shooting at me from? Number 4 buck. Oh. Here we go. Chat. We did it. The fist is good. It's just I really don't play a lot of melee, you know? I'm big on gosh dang ranged weapons. What the frick, man? What? Dude, this is so freaking annoying right now. Alright, we're hoping for a fatal funnel situation here. Here we go, chat. This is not going to be good. I'm going to take the opportunity to increase my health a little bit. Weapon binding ritual. What does this do? Heal per limb damage, perception and limb damage, restores limb condition, melee damage, unarmed damage. I don't want that. Healing poultice. Do I have the healing poultice? There we go. Look at that. Back to full health, baby. Oh, man, that rushing water ain't no joke. Dragon's breath time. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I do still have the GRX implants. 10 of them. I don't know what they're doing in this, but I do know they're on fire now. Okay. The turbo is a little bit cheat mode. You know, it's a little bit cheats. What is that? That looks interesting. Kind of want to go over there. Oh, this looks like fun. Yeah, so maybe it's a little bit overkill. Right? It's not that big of a deal.
We are reading increased levels of berserkity and securitrons from the deconstruction plant.
I don't know what that means. Berserkity and Securitrons? Ugh. What the frick is this? Oh, this is a Tesla beating power. Gosh dang it. I'm taking some more. I'm probably gonna die. Okay, we need to swap weapons. 2. Yeah, let's do the 45 machine gun. What the frick, dude? there goes... My goodness! This is absurd! Alright. Okay. Just gonna hide right here. And I'm gonna save. I am... Is it just me, or is the difficulty really high? I'm gonna check the difficulty level here. Because I freaking... Oh. Get harder? Okay, so it was on the hardest difficulty. I think we'll leave it, though. At least for now. It's a lot of work, but... I'm a little bit save scumming, but, you know... Sometimes you gotta save scum. We'll fix that. Let me switch my weapon. Oh, brush gun, yeah. I want to go inside a building of some kind, you know? Watch this, chat. Okay, that was the wrong choice. This weapon is not very good. Lever action shotgun is going to do significantly less damage. But it does that sometimes. Alrighty. Alright. And by the way, chat, we have hit our 50 follower goal on Twitch. So we will be doing the Battle of Hoover Dam in short order.
Valley Research Center has been canceled until further notice. As in, until someone notices it.
Okay. Yeah. On a save here. A save here. We'll call it good. Call it good. Right in the middle of the action. And I think so. We'll go back here. Let's see, chat. I've got a YouTube video or two that I still kind of want to show you guys. And then we'll probably just raid somebody if that's okay with y'all. We don't have to, but I thought it might be fun. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this one right here. What on earth? Wow, they're making a Backrooms movie. Two ads. That's awesome. Good for them. They got 2 ads on their video. Okay. All right, there we go. Here you go, chat. What?
On a quiet Saturday, June 14th at 4:23 a.m., the eldritch entity known as Pantalagon emerged from his spectral sarcophagus and rained chaos upon the entire northern continent, including the territories of Skeen.
Remember, we've talked about this. The territories of Skeen, they're very litigious, okay?
Eyewitnesses claim that the stars were blotted out in an unholy darkness as blood rained from the skies and fire erupted from the deep. The resulting epic of pandemonium and terror was thereafter known as the Great Thaumacism.
Ladies and germs, we're going to find out about the Great Thaumacism today. I'm very excited.
Come in.
Sorry about the wait. It's literally hell on earth out there. Can I get you anything? You all right? Maybe, water or maybe a flagon of ale?
Could I have a mana potion?
No.
No.
This is Lieutenant Bonwick Kettlecap, lead investigator of the Thistlewood Town Guard. He was a volunteer man-at-arms in the Battle of Timid Kings and has an impressive record of over 14 convictions and 25 beheadings.
That's a really
During
good
our
convictions to
examination of
beheadings
this footage,
ratio.
We will be analyzing
That's
the
impressive.
interrogation tactics used by the guardsmen, as well as the overall behavior and psychology of the suspect in question.
You've been a busy wizard. Possession of an unregistered homunculus. Astral projection in a restricted dimension. Possession of chaos crystals with intent to distribute.
I had no intention of sharing those. Those were for me.
Sentience to a
personal
flammable
use.
Object.
Granting sentience to a flammable
And
object is
you
dangerous.
pirated a
It's a good thing it's
sea shanty.
illegal.
That's quite the rap sheet.
Don't forget melting a pig.
Melting. I didn't see that here. Uh-oh.
This is Trismegistus Conethorpe, also known as the Wizard Magius, disgraced member of the Round Council. Already on probation with the Shadow Star Alliance and wanted by the Mad King for crimes against insanity, he's about to find himself in some seriously hot cauldron water.
He's wanted by the Mad King for crimes against insanity.
Anti-magic manacles, pal. Not gonna work.
Fuck!
You have the right to remain silent. You have waived the right to cast silence. Where were you on the night of the third moon cycle?
I think I was in my tower doing a potion.
What's that?
Oh, I've never seen that in my life.
Oh. I've never seen that before.
We've found this in your bag of holding.
I was holding that bag of holding for a friend.
Of course he was. They always are.
It's the Obama-nomicon.
The Obama-nomicon.
One of the 12 forbidden tomes.
Am I under arrest?
Look at the body language here. Notice how the cone of his hat is angled away from the investigator. Already a clear sign of discomfort.
The body language analysis of the wizard.
To Magius, my partner in crime. Happy 423rd, my man. Signed, Oblivicus the Shadowmancer.
Ooh, Oblivicus the Shadowmancer.
I'm 424, so that really could be anybody. Named Magius.
Look, possession of something like this alone could land you in prison for a long time.
Please, no prison can hold me.
No, not prison. Prism.
Oh, yeah. That could hold me.
Prism is jail for wizards.
Lot of dark magic in here. Power word peel.
That's a dangerous one.
Helmet. Slurt. It's got slurt.
You don't want
these
slur.
spells are all super illegal.
I wouldn't know. I don't know what those are.
What's decapistrate?
If I had to guess. And your penis off at the same time. Really wouldn't know.
Decapistrate. You don't want to get decapitated.
What about glory portal?
What about it?
Glory Portal, a 5th level conjuration spell that summons a tomato-sized portal to the suction dimension at waist height. The portal lasts about 1.5 to 6 minutes, or until the caster is done using it. The spell requires concentration.
I wouldn't even begin to know.
I have to imagine that you use this for like as a vacuum to like clean up your room or something. I don't know.
What that is, or why anyone would cast that spell.
But I don't know why it's forbidden. I mean, wizards need to clean their room and vacuum the floors and everything. So I don't know.
Really? Because you bookmarked it right here.
It's a pretty bookmark.
I've never seen that bookmark in my life.
The guard is getting nowhere and will now need to apply pressure using a number of sophisticated psychological techniques from his investigative tool belt.
Oh, nice. Evil advertisements in the middle of the video. I'm going to have to pay for premium. I'm going to have to pay for premium, ladies and germs. This is the funniest part, too.
You like that? You like the big pliers on your hand?
No!
Okay, here's a hot poker.
By allowing the pliers to remove the suspect's fingernails and also jamming a hot poker into his head, the investigator has subtly changed the atmosphere of the room.
Very subtle.
Ever so slightly increasing the chances of a confession.
Ever so slightly.
Fuck, it's mine! Ah!
All right, good. Now we're getting somewhere. So what is it you do exactly for the Round Council?
Paperwork? I'm basically a glorified scribe.
Really? Because it says here that you're in charge of a pretty important artifact. A Tharxian warding crystal?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
What?
I mean, we have ways of finding out.
Okay, like you have the mana to cast Cone of Truth. But you legally have to tell me if you're casting Cone of Truth. That's the law.
This is false. A deputized Teravian guardsman is legally allowed to use deception when casting Cone of Truth. However, he would technically also be inside the Cone of Truth, and would therefore be unable to lie. But if he could, he would totally be allowed, legally speaking. But most guardsmen would just put a hot iron in his pee hole.
So, it'd be pretty bad if something happened to your artifact, right?
I mean, nothing happened. But even if something did, I think it'd be fine.
It would not be fine. There are exactly 8 Tharxian warding crystals, each placed at the top of a tower, guarded by the highest-ranking wizards of the Round Council. These towers are perfectly positioned to form a gargantuan magic circle. When activated, this circle forms an arcane bond strong enough to seal the spectral sarcophagus at its center, entombing the great Pentalagon. If even one of the crystals were to be destroyed, or simply removed from its tower, the spell would be broken and Pentalagon would be free to bring about the Thaumacism.
Not good. Not good.
Yeah, probably nothing bad.
And you're sure nothing accidentally happened to it?
Yep.
Because a lot can happen in a wizard's tower. A stray spell knocks into a cauldron, golem steps on it, I don't know, falls into a hole.
It wouldn't fall into a hole.
How about sucked into a hole?
Ah! I think he's got him.
Don't even know why you would ask that.
I think he's got him.
Is completely safe. All the way up at the top of my tower.
Found that in the suction dimension. Really only one way it could have ended up there.
Oh.
How do you think that happened?
I don't know. Could have been like a glory portal.
What?
Probably a glory portal.
Huh.
Oh my god! Are you
Mages.
seriously suggesting that I'm some sort of vile pervert who would summon an illegal portal to a realm of infinite suction of unlimited torque? Just so I can what? Just jam my little wizard dingus in there, get my magic rocks off, and in the process, I maybe accidentally made the portal a little too big, made it a little too strong.
that's not-
Sucked up all my magic shit, including my artifact, because that did not happen.
That's exactly what happened. Shortly after this interrogation, authorities were able to confirm this very narrative through eyewitness testimony of an unlicensed homunculus, along with this subpoenaed footage from Magius's orb. Unfortunately, at the time, the guardsman was unaware of these developments.
Hey, Meta.
Oh my goodness. How many ads are we gonna watch, man? I feel like I watched this whole thing with no ads the first time I watched it.
You're right. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, good.
That accident didn't happen.
Great.
You did it on purpose.
Because I think you did it on purpose.
What?
On the night in question, mere hours before the thaumacism began, Oblivicus the Shadowmancer was seen in attendance at the bone spire of Galatrax the Defiler, where the two of them raised an undead horde. The horde then immediately bent to the will of the far greater nearby evil, Pentalagon. The investigator is now attempting to claim Magius was present during these events in order to cement him as a dark mage and establish a motive of intentionally freeing
Ah, it was intentional.
Nice try. You almost got me with the whole pervert and denial act.
Right.
You monster. I'll have you decapitated for this.
Oh,
Hold on.
he's gonna have him decapitated.
The guardsman is mistaken. We'll have to keep watching to see if he's following a false lead, or actually employing an unorthodox approach to obtain a confession.
You raised the guy a horde. Why wouldn't you banish your artifact to set him free?
Oh my god! I literally wasn't even at the spire that night! You can ask Oblivicus!
We already did.
He was at the top of the spire.
Oh my god! That's not true! He's literally lying! I totally flaked on those assholes!
To do what?
Now that he's got the wizard in a heightened state of emotion, the investigator will attempt an advanced technique. This method is controversial for its high rate of false confessions. The method is as follows. Sympathize with the suspect. Provide relief. Establish a rapport. Abandon all previous steps. And repeatedly stab them with a spear.
Oh my god!
Why did you ditch your friend?
Okay, fine. I was doing the glory portal. I swear it was an accident. You were right the first time.
Yeah, right.
Stab him a bunch of times. That's a wizard. He can just cast heal.
I haven't felt the touch of a wench in ages. I was lonely, okay? I was weak. What do you want me to say? Galatrax?
The Defiler?
Oblivicus?
That's right, asshole.
The Shadowmancer?
Yes, bitch.
We totally got you!
Oh my God!
And we got it all on the orb.
No freaking way! Oh, what the shit?
Next time, don't ditch us, dildo.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
This was all just a prank.
Yep, yeah.
So none of it was real.
Oh no, this was all very real.
We're definitely going to Prism.
What? Okay, sorry about that. Can I get you anything? Water, mana potion?
Magius and Galatrax were sentenced to 2 years in prison and 1,000,000 years in Prism.
Nice.
Oblivicus was rushed to the nearest commune of clerics, but fell off the cart in transit and was cut in half by a wagon wheel.
Oh, that's too bad.
Bronwick Kettlecap was polymorphed into a chair. He is still a chair to this day.
It's a great video.
Sentience to a flammable object. Cast.
Ah, goodness, ladies and germs. Oh, I forgot to put the rest of it on. Dang, that was my bad. And I forgot to be monitoring chat, which I'm sure was telling me. All right, well, either way, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun, but I have got to go. So, I love you. I miss you. I'm so glad that we're back at it, ladies and germs. Hopefully, tomorrow, 5 a.m., stay tuned. Keep track of that Discord. Pop in there. Shout out to my fellow creators. James Bell 7809, Twitch streams, YouTube videos, awesome stuff. Joe Swanson 65, mostly YouTube videos, awesome stuff. Myth Rain, recent rebrand from Myth Reindeer. YouTube videos, Twitch streams, good stuff. Make sure you tune in to them. If you have not already follow, watch their stuff. In addition, Papine, French YouTube or French Twitch streamer. However, he has a translate function in his chat. Highly recommend tuning in. He's got some good stuff, especially if you know French or if you're trying to learn French. My man Paxi for playing Sea of Thieves with me all the time, and all of my other friends. I am so grateful to have you guys. I'm so grateful that you're here. And I hope tomorrow we can watch some more fun videos or some more interesting videos, a little commentary, play a little video games. And I'll see you then. Thank you all. And I hope that you have a marvelous, marvelous, marvelous day.